Send. There it goes.
Okay. Okay, here.
That's me as Gord.
Hang on, I gotta close something here. Hang on. I'm excited.
Oh, don't be.
Oh my god! Oh, I got a weird smirk.
Isn't that just
that
something?
just looks creepy.
Now, you think that's creepy because here's you. If we did Face Off, the John Travolta, and that's what I would look like. If we did the John Travolta Nicolas Cage face swap,
Yeah.
that's how I would come out. And this would be you, big guy.
Oh my god, why am I blue?
I don't know.
Oh, that's so menacing. It's like a. I don't even know. I look like an evil doer. I mean, like.
Yeah, you definitely look a little evil. I had to turn my head in the picture to match like the position of your body, and that's how it came out. I don't know why I'm looking at. I don't know what this was.
That is so creepy weird.
Isn't that just insane? I actually look half normal. I've clearly had some sort of horrible disfiguring accident, but I could almost pull it off, but you just look like a monster.
Oh, I do. Oh, that is just creepy. The other one, God, you look like every fucking lonely IT guy.
I'll put these up on Facebook, kids, and I'll put them on ericandgord.com. They were what they are. They're the result of me. I was trying to make three-dimensional characters of Gord and I, and it wouldn't. I couldn't figure out how to get Gord's mouth to move because I only had a still shot of him. And what this site does is it records your facial movements and then puts them on your 3D character.
Oh, okay.
But I only had a still photo of you, so I thought, okay, well, what if I just put his face on mine and then I do the face movements, and then it'll look like that. But no, this was what came out of it.
It's like a evil acid trip version of fucking what's that fucking dude from the 80s that
Max Headroom?
Yeah, Max Headroom.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Right? Just
you sort of can't take your eyes off them.
And the fact that the eyes are like completely looking in one direction, so it's like just pure white with this little black dot in the inside corner. Oh, Jesus.
And
that's just messed up.
The bad facial hair and just I came out looking pretty good with the beard, but you got the short end of that one.
Yeah. It just goes to show that you cannot improve upon perfection.
Slightly, I guess. Just that's if what it would look like if we had kids. So
oh, God damn. Remind me to never fuck you and come inside you.
That's. I shouldn't have to remind you of that. That should just be a rule, I think.
Just remind me anyways.
Yeah, I'll be sure to get a hotel while I'm in Toronto this year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, might be a good idea.
And not tell you where it is.
It's creepy. It's so creepy.
They're just terrible. I've actually been sitting on them for a week. I didn't know if I was going to tell you about them or not because they're terrible. But they're entertaining to me, and I hope everyone else finds them funny. I'm out of stuff to say, and I got to run and start my tattoo.
And you make sure you send me fucking pictures of that little motherfucker. I cannot wait to see that.
I don't know how far we're going to get on it tonight, but by tomorrow night, it should look like something really fantastic. And I'm excited. I've never been so excited about something in my life, I don't think. Because I don't have a good tattoo. I've got multiple shitty ones.
Yeah, all mine are outdated except for my wrist. My one wrist tattoo is not an outdated tattoo. So
I was gonna get one in honor of show, but I can't. We don't really have like a logo or anything yet that really jumps out at me.
Eric and Gord, fuck you.
I might get the Eric and Gord, the fuck Eric and Gord logo. I really like the way that looks.
Oh, I have a raccoon approaching me.
Oh, very cool.
Sitting in my car, he just walked by me. I'm sitting in my car, and I just put my headlights on me. He's just like, "Oh, that's a dude. I'm gonna walk away."
I like how.
So for those that don't know, like a lot of people like love raccoons because they have those cute little raccoon videos that come up on Facebook. But when you're dealing with a real thing, I mean, they can be. A lot of people just don't like them because they create messes and they're little bastards.
They're vicious and evil.
But when I first moved back to Ontario, I'm pretty sure I might have told the story when we talked about it. I don't know. But when I first moved back, there was one night I was sitting outside, and actually I think it's because I was doing a podcast with you, and then I went to come back inside. I set up a little chair out front for a minute just to sort of sit out and chill out and relax for a little bit. And while I was sitting there, my mother had come down and didn't realize I was outside, so she had locked the door, and I had left my keys inside. So I got locked out, and I couldn't get back in. She had her bedroom window open. I'm yelling in there, but she didn't fucking hear me. It didn't want to be too loud, so I didn't wake all the rest of the neighbors. So I literally got locked outside fucking all night long. So I just went, because I had just moved back. My stuff had just gotten delivered like the day before. So I had all my clothes and shit were in boxes in the garage. So I just went in and grabbed like my house coat, a couple of towels, and I set up on the patio chairs just out in the backyard there, and just sat up at my phone for a little bit. Well, I fucking fall asleep, and to get woken up, and something jarred me awake. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, why am I outside? What the hell's going on? I was sort of freaking, and all of a sudden, something pulled at my pant leg, and it was a fucking raccoon that had come right up to me when I was sleeping. And he was trying to climb up my leg to come up to basically say hello, I guess. So I kind of shook him off. I'm like, dude, back the fuck off. Like, come on, you shouldn't want to get this close to humans. We're terrible fucking people. And he ended up, so he backed off a little bit, and then he comes back over. And what he ends up doing is he kept trying to climb up the back of the chair. He literally wanted to get up and sit in my fucking lap.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was petting him. It was awesome. He was a fucking coolest little raccoon. But
if you guys were in Vancouver, you just would have bummed the smoke off you.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what everybody in Vancouver does. Animals and people.
That's funny. No, I don't like them. I don't trust them. I don't know what they're up to, but it's no good. I was followed home by a pack of them one time when I lived in Lynn Valley.
Oh, really?
It was scary as hell. They were like, and all four of them were just like staring at me. Walking through the parking lot at Lynn Valley Mall. I was on the sidewalk there in the parking lot, and I was just like, what the hell are they planning? And I never really got over it. I don't like them. I
mean, they got the mask, right? So that makes you wonder.
Although something to keep in mind that's a big fat lie. There's never been a documented case of a human being getting rabies from a raccoon in Canada. It has never happened.
No, not from a raccoon.
No,
from something else, but not from a raccoon.
The only known cases of rabies have been contracted from bats.
Dogs? No, wasn't there?
Wild.
Oh, wild.
Animal.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a wild animal just coming down and biting you and getting rabies. It doesn't. Raccoons don't do that. They got a bad rap. I don't know where they got that rap from. It's probably they must have pissed somebody off to get a rumor like that spread.
Oh, probably.
But yeah, they don't do that. So don't worry about that. Don't feed them still, but don't worry about it. Don't feed anything.
And by the way, if you feed them once, just so you guys know, if you feed a raccoon once, they will fucking remember.
Oh yeah.
They will come back day after day after day, and if you don't feed them day after day, they will break into your fucking house.
I will end on this note. Don't feed anything, because newsflash, all you're really doing is feeding rats. We have a rat problem here in Vancouver that is unparalleled anywhere in the world. And everyone's out there. You're spreading beer. No, we're way better than New York. We outdo their rats by tens of thousands.
Really, but I haven't seen that many. I mean, I've seen a few rats out in BC. I didn't see that many.
Come downtown. It's amazing at night. Because everyone who's spent the day at the park leaving bird seed out for the birds don't eat the bird seed. They don't like your bird seed. You know who does? The fucking rats. Anytime you're spreading breadcrumbs for the seagulls and all the lovely, I like to feed the animals. You're just feeding fucking rats. Stop it. They're worse. They're worse than Chinese people at Metrotown. They're just fucking everywhere, and they're poisonous and killing us. They're just, and all you people that like rats, you're wrong. They're dumb. They're horrible, disease-ridden little fucking things, and we shouldn't. If there were a real Pied Piper, I would hire him.
Yeah,
not to get rid of kids, to get rid of rats. The kid thing, like, pay the guy. That's the whole thing about the story. You didn't pay the fucker. You got what you deserved.
He got rid of all the rats, and they didn't pay him for it. So he says, "All right, fuck you. I'll take care of your fucking kids next."
And he's the bad guy. Like, no, pay your bills.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This is the homeless podcaster with no phone. So sometimes I should quit while I'm ahead.
Sometimes.
Don't feed the rats. Don't feed the raccoons. They don't need it. And don't make them rely on you, because someday you're not going to be there and they're going to suffer for it. Everyone loves
neighbors of my parents' cottage growing up. The ladies, the cottage next to us, there are a couple of Newfoundlanders that had a place next to us. Oh, two over. Every weekend, because they actually went home for the weekends and stayed at the cottage during the week.
That's neat.
Yeah, they're newfies, so they're backwards on everything.
I think every home should be equipped with a couple of newfies somewhere on the block.
Oh, I agree.
Everyone should have a couple of newfies in their lives. They are just the most fantastic human beings you'll ever meet.
They are definitely fun, and they know how to drink and drink hardcore.
Oh, and they're all insane.
Yeah. But they always put a bunch of bread out, like 3 or 4 fucking loaves of bread. They would always put out for the raccoons for the weekend when they were gone. And one weekend they didn't, and they come home. Well, they come up to the cottage the next week, and everything seemed like it was on the up and up. You know, I mean, they're only gone for 2 days, so it's not like they have to replenish the kitchen every time they come up. You know what I mean? Like everything, all the food's still good. So they just sort of came in and just, put their clothes away and sat down, had a drink, and they're just relaxing. And the wife gets up to go to make fucking dinner, and she starts opening the cupboards, and like every cupboard in the kitchen was filled with raccoons, and they literally just crawled into the cupboards, closed the door behind them, and then ate everything in the cupboard. There was no mess on the counter. They had no idea there was a raccoon in the house, and there was like fucking like something like 10 of them.
That's awesome.
She ends up opening all the cupboards, opening up the slide door. She's like, "Get the fuck out!" And then they all just slinkered down and then walked away.
I'll tell you my story then before we wrap up here. My best friend lives on the Sunshine Coast, where raccoons to humans are like 1-to-1. Like the population, they thrive over there. And my best friend has a big dog. I think it's a golden retriever. It's one of those big, nice ones. And a big dish of dog food on the back patio. One morning, we hear the dog just freaking out, just barking at the top of his lungs. We come out, there's a family of 5 raccoons. 4 of them would block the dog, while one went and ate its food.
No.
And then he would come and join the line, and the next one would go and have his share of the food, and the 4 would hold the dog back while each of the 5 took turns eating. And once they were all done eating, they just pissed off right back up a tree.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was really neat. And this dog was probably 3 times as big as the biggest raccoon that was there. They were obviously a new family. But they've 4-on-1, the dog didn't know what to do, and he just stood back and watched them eat his food.
I mean, as much as the dog was pissed about the whole thing, the dog also knew, I know I'm getting more food.
Well, yeah.
Just as long as I make enough noise that the humans will come out and witness this, they'll know I didn't eat the food, so I'll still get dinner later.
It was it was just really neat to see the organization and like the plan. Like they'd obviously thought ahead.
Yeah.
And figured out this plan and where the food was and the shortest route back to the tree. And it was just cool.
That's hilarious. See, I still remember at the cottage watching a bunch of, we had a family of raccoons that would come up to the back of our cottage when we would leave food out for them. And so we got the whole family. There was like 3 babies and the mother. And all of a sudden, the mother's head just sort of pops up and like looks around and the ears are up and everything. And she's like, what the fuck? And then she makes a noise. Immediately the baby